Hello everybody, this is TheAireaidLord. This is going to be a very quick gaming update because there are some things going on and I do have plans for the summer since it's rapidly approaching. I know a lot of kids and students are out on summer vacation right now and I just want to excuse me, holy shit. I have something in the back of my throat. Anyways, I know a lot of kids are out on summer vacation, and I also have plans for summer vacation, and I want to kind of go into more detail about those plans, and I also want to explain what I've been doing over the past couple of days in regards to gaming. So, as everyone knows, I've been playing Red Faction Armageddon. It was a pretty decent game, I'd say. If you want to go check out the last video, it was on my channel. I think it was part 38. And that was really it. I had finished LA Noire the week before. And then there were a couple of games that came out this week that I didn't play, such as Duke Nukem, which I explained in another video why I didn't want to play it. And people seemed to support me, and I actually got a lot of views. I was surprised. I got a lot of views for my Duke Nukem video. I don't know why, but maybe it was just because a lot of people had the same opinion as me. They were going to buy it, and then they saw the bad reviews, and they were like, well, should I get it, should I not? And they searched it, and they found my video. I don't know, maybe that's the reason, but I got a lot of views on that video. I got like hundreds of views, more than I usually do for gaming updates. So I appreciate all those views, of course. I appreciate all the new subscribers I'm getting, views, videos, or comments, whatever. I always appreciate that. So yeah, I didn't play any new games this week. I was still playing Red Faction. I was still finishing it up. And I didn't play any of the minor games, such as Alice in Wonderland, and all those little kiddie games. Well, not really kiddie games, just minor games. The ones that really no one knows about for the most part. So yeah, I want to mention some things I'll be doing for the summer, as I said at the beginning of this video. As I've said a couple of times, the footage that you're seeing right now on this TV won't be the same this summer because I have a summer house that I go to for the summer, obviously. So the end of June I go down to my summer house, and then maybe towards the middle of August or the end of August I come back to this house. So, you know, it's just a change. You know, I like to splice it up. I like to do other things. You know, as I've said before, video gaming is just a hobby of mine. I do it in my downtime, and my life does by no means revolve around video gaming. That's what I meant to say. I do other things in my life that are pretty much more demanding than this, but I do like to spend a good chunk of time giving footage to people because I've been surprisingly good at this. Back in December of 2010 when I started doing this, I didn't really know what to think. I was like, let's see how I, do with the channel. Let's see how it takes off. Let's see if it takes off at all. And, I actually did pretty well. I'd say I have, about almost 150 subs. I think it's going pretty good. I think as I play more games that are popular, such as Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, I'll get more views. And the channel will increase in size. And also with the release of my novel that I've written, an actual book, I know that that's pretty, unique for someone who plays video games to have written a book. I mean, that takes a lot of dedication. It took me 5 years to write it. It's been a very, very long process, but I love storytelling. I love writing, and I'm honored to have written this book, and I'm publishing it this fall, so everyone can read it. I'm going to be I actually made a new channel today for my book, but I haven't put anything on it yet. It's just going to be a prototype channel for now. So in the future, when I do make intro videos for my book, I can put that footage on that channel instead of my video gaming channel, which is TheAireaidLord. So anyways, to get back to what I was saying, I go down to my summer house for about 2 months, and the TV that I have down there is an okay TV, but it's not really... It's not this HD footage that you're getting now. It's not the high-definition plasma screen footage that I'm offering on this TV, and the sound quality isn't as good either. The sound quality that I use now, I have this giant sound speaker thing that's behind the camera. I don't really want to show you guys all that stuff. It's really not worth it. I'm just explaining it, but that's basically my setup. Obviously, I have the camera pointed at the TV, and behind it I have a huge speaker system. And that's basically how I offer people on my channel the best way to listen and look at the footage and then listen to my voice at the same time. A way of getting around the whole capture card bullshit thing. But with the TV I have at my summer house, it really doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, it's a standard TV. The DVD drive is broken because my dad was pissed because we couldn't get a DVD to work, and he snapped it with his freaking fist. It was a pretty funny moment, but after we all realized what he had just done, we weren't too happy that the DVD drive had just broken. So we put it in the attic, and we got a new TV. So I was willing to take that TV, and now I have it at the summer house, and I'll be using it for video gaming footage when I go down there. But to be quite honest, I don't know how much of use I'll be getting out of it, because not many games, as everyone knows, not many games get released for the summertime. Game developers like to be assholes and release every single game towards the end of the year in November, October, and December, just because they know that that's the busiest time of the year. There's Christmas, Thanksgiving, a whole bunch of holidays, and people just buy all those gifts. They give them away as presents, and it's a big chain of events. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, I don't really know what footage I'll be producing. Obviously, I'm going to try to get out those 3 DLCs that I just mentioned over, or did I mention the DLCs? Yeah, I mentioned the DLCs in my previous video, the end of Red Faction. I mentioned the 3 DLCs, which were the new LA Noire DLC, the new Fallout DLC, the 3rd Fallout DLC called Old World Blues, and the Annihilation map pack for Black Ops. So those three DLCs. I couldn't remember if I had mentioned them. I know I did in my Red Faction at the end of my Red Faction playthrough, but I couldn't remember if I did it now. So yes, I'm going to try my best to get those 3 DLCs on this TV before I leave. And then any footage from that point on to maybe mid-August will probably be on this old piece of shit TV. So, you know, just go by it. I'll do my best to get good footage on it. I'll fuck around with the TV a little bit. I'll maybe bring a speaker or two to get the audio quality up to par. But, yeah, I'll try my best, all in all. So that's what's going on with the gaming. And then, as I've mentioned many, many times on the channel before, I'm going to a gaming convention in Hartford, Connecticut called Connecticon. It's a pretty big convention from what I've heard. I've looked on the website, I registered my account on the website, and I did sign up. I got two tickets, and it's unfortunate because the tickets are pretty expensive. They're like $40 a piece. And, you know, I'm hoping that I'm going to get my money's worth if I spend $40 for a freaking convention. I'm hoping that it's going to be worth it. But I think it's going to be worth it. This seems to be a pretty expansive convention because it's not only about video games, it's about other types of games like trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering. It's about other smaller games, you know, like chess and, you know, graphic designing. It's like a nerd's freaking fantasy, like a freaking Candyland for a freaking nerd. That's basically, if you want to put it like that. And I hate to use the term nerd, but just a reference, just to give you guys a sense of what this convention's about. And yeah, I'll be going to it. And I got 2 tickets for, obviously I got a ticket for myself, and I also got one for my father. Because, I don't know, it was his weekend off. Sometimes he works during the summer and he takes weekends off. and I mentioned the convention to him, and he's like, sure, why the hell not? Now, my dad really doesn't play many video games. He grew up in a time when the only video gaming system that was around was the fucking Atari. So video gaming really wasn't big when he was young, but he still plays video gaming sometimes. He looks at my hobby and he thinks it's pretty cool, and he'll sometimes sit down and play Halo, or he'll play Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto every now and then, but he's by no means he's freaking hardcore like me. He has a big demanding job, and he just plays for fun every once in a while. You know, he'll laugh hysterically when he blows up stuff in Grand Theft Auto, and it's just for fun, just for shits and giggles. But he's never been to a convention like this, and I went to a couple minor conventions in my past, but I've never been to one this big before, so I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm sure he'll think it's pretty cool. I know he won't get it as much because he doesn't really know much about video gaming and all that stuff, but I think it'll still be cool for him to come and see all the people there, and he'll also be able to meet Phil, Darkside Phil, as I've mentioned before. As I've mentioned on my channel that Phil will be going, as well as I think John Rambo's going with them. I can't remember, but Phil and John Rambo will be going. And I can meet them, and yeah, I can have them sign stuff. I have some ideas, because I know in previous conventions people have asked Phil to like sign stuff, like, oh, can you sign this? Can you sign this game box? I'm tossing around some ideas. I definitely want to give Phil a piece of my book, because I did tell him about it during one of his fan appreciations, and he was like, he thought it was a freaking great idea. He was really psyched for it, and you know, I'd love to give him a piece of my book. So that'll be cool. That'll be very, very cool to meet him, give him part of my book, maybe screw around, look at a couple of different tournaments with him, or just shoot the shit, hang around. That's basically what the convention will be all about, and I'll obviously, when I go to the convention, I'll obviously take footage of it, and I'll put it on YouTube for everyone to see. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's in like 2 weeks, I think. And that's really it. I mean, if any more conventions come up, I'll look into them, as long as they're local to New England, where I live. And that's really it. I don't know. I can't think of anything else to say for this video. There's really not much going on. You got the 3 DLCs that are coming out, the change with my TV, the gaming convention I'm going to. And yeah, I guess that's it. I guess the last thing I could mention is, as I just said, my book, which I'm getting published this fall. And I made I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I made a separate channel for my book. It's a prototype channel at this point. It's really not being used for anything, but maybe when my book comes out I can put footage of me reading chapters or something like that. Because it's very different from video gaming, so it really wouldn't fit on a video gaming channel. So, okay, that's it. I know this was kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it, random, sudden gaming update. I felt like it needed to be said because I knew that I wouldn't be putting out videos for a while, at least until the DLCs start coming out. So, and especially, like, once the DLCs end, like, once I complete all 3 DLCs, I'm probably not going to be putting footage up on YouTube for a while. So, like, unless a game comes out, unless a major game comes out over the summer, then I'll put footage up. But other than that, not much gaming footage coming up. Maybe I'll put some Call of Duty or Halo footage up once in a while just to keep the channel running. But other than that, it'll be pretty stale until we get to the fall, and it'll be freaking crazy because 100 games will be coming out and everyone will be going ape shit over them, and it'll be very fun. So, alright, I hope you guys continue to like the channel, view the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'm having fun doing this. At this point, it's a hobby of mine to do this. I put as much time as possible that I can permit from my personal life, so I'm really having fun, and I hope that more people can subscribe and view my channel. I love what I do. I love the footage that I give people. I love making people laugh sometimes. I love giving them honest opinions on stuff. And I love interacting with people that have common interests with me. So that's it. That's this quick gaming update from the TheAireaidLord. Continue to watch and stay tuned for the next DLC footage.